As you know, there is a bunch of well-polished games in the world that are worth playing. Some of the greatest games ever made, the man. Some live service, some that your friends probably want you to play 24/7. Some classic games that probably never get old to play. Well, I played none of those here. I spent my time finding some of the weirdest ones you probably never heard of. Steam is full of some weird, free games you've never seen before. I'm sure you've seen a million different videos about it. But I'm going to share some of my own experiences going through some of the free ones that I found. So, let's get down to it. Let's play some of them. As I guess as a warning, some of this is subject to change because a lot of these were recorded in 2021. Jeez, I've been doing this for a while. Alright, but the first one we get into is called 6 Seasons in a Game. This is an FPS, but it is quite possibly the tamest FPS of all time. From the information I've gotten, it's like a volunteer-led, community-made game, so I don't really know if this game even really has a budget. But you play as a bunch of college students who shoot each other with paintballs. It's not a particularly amazing premise for a game. I'm not going to go in too hard on it, but it's just kind of okay. Like, the only thing you really get control over is your character model, but, like, that doesn't affect anything. And there's only one gun and one map. Weirdly enough, like, with the paintballs, they don't look like they're hit scan weapons, but they are, so it can feel really weird to just use the guns in the game. And ultimately, you can tell that this is a project that kind of was just to get dev experience because it is very rough around the edges. Still though, I think it's kind of solid enough to mess around in with some friends if you are really bored one day. And it's pretty decent for a free dev project, probably pulling in a bunch of devs from who knows where. And when we were playing this back in the day, somehow we found a random playing the game. When you find like someone on these games like that, it's just like a miracle. I don't even know how that happens. So the second game I played was called Nomad. This game is the definition of that one meme where it's like, we have blank at home. This is like Rust at home. I'm not like a super big survival games person, so it's hard for me to really properly rate and critique them, but I'm gonna try my best to do it here. The game just kind of felt uninspired with an art style that was like very similar to Unturned, with that like low poly, like very basic and kind of generic art style. The majority of the gameplay for me was just kind of running around with a rock and like scrounging around for quite a bit of time until we decided to like make a base with my friends. God bless them for even wanting to play this with me. It's a miracle I even got people to want to play these games. Speaking of which, if you want to be in one of these in the future, then go should join my Discord in the link below. Link, wink, wink. The game is just dead. There wasn't anything to really do besides that except just kind of look around for stuff and try and maybe build a base. I just kept getting killed by my friend because he was just bored. The only thing I ever found that was interesting was at the very end of my gameplay, which was like a giant city, but like I was already just too bored to explore it and I wasn't really finding too much as far as like loot. There's just no players and there's really nothing to do in the game. Something like Rust, a lot of its enjoyment comes from playing with other people and trying to get a better base than somebody and raiding and stuff. But when you have a survival game like that and it doesn't have any players, it's just kind of empty. And just like, why would I ever play this game? Unturned is free, so it's like a different game than that, but like that's still a pretty solid survival game. And Rust is just this, but better, has more players, and only costs a little bit of a price tag. So if you're really that broke, just go to Unturned. The third game in the video is by far the strangest. Don't even ask how I found this. Legend of Rich Man, or otherwise a Google Translate pronunciation right here.
大亨传奇.
So when I played it, it didn't even have support for full screen, so enjoy this weird crop that there's going to be for the rest of the segment. Yeah, as you can tell, this game is Chinese, so I don't understand any of what's going on really, other than it's basically just Chinese Monopoly. I can't really describe this game much more than what I'm showing you. I did play this again in the future, and they did actually surprisingly add full screen support. But I don't know, this game's just kind of a funny joke game that I put in the video. And yeah, here's some clips of us just getting angry at each other over this game. Because, you know, that's what you do in Monopoly.
You just went to the train. What is the train?
He has acquired the train.
Or no,
what have I done?
Can I trade? Can I trade with people?
Dude, you probably can. We just don't know how. Why do we start off with so much money? We literally were rich men with 30k.
What do you think the name is? Legend of Rich Man.
I am literally the rich man the legend is about, dude.
You have no passive income.
You don't even get it.
You have no passive income.
No. You don't understand. I'm all fluid. All that money doesn't matter if you can't use it. You walk into a store and what do? You don't do anything. I got a stack
Stack
of
bomb is what I do.
I like to imagine this game just never ends.
That'd be fun.
We have too much money for it to end. Some of my cards, I don't know what they mean, but I'm gonna use them.
You got the magic one.
Oh, I can choose. Okay, I just set myself
Well,
to
you
jail.
could go into jail.
Johnny, it kind of looks like you suck.
I literally have so much passive
You
income.
are not the rich man this legend is
I
about.
literally have so much passive income.
Could not be you.
Oh, another message from Michael. How wholesome. You will never become a legendary rich man.
Okay, Michael just sent me a message on Steam in all Chinese, and I can't take my turn now because of it.
4.
Did not.
I had to pay you $2,600.
I just paid Johnny $1,500. Oh my
I paid
god.
you $2,400.
Yeah, you just went across the map.
Who the f is Craig?
Shut up, dude.
Yeah,
We're
problem with
playing
Craig.
Legend of Rich Man.
Dude, I just want to kill this Craig kid.
We're playing Red Legends of Rich
No,
Man. We're
Craig is
trying to
literally-
focus.
Oh my god. Stop sending me messages in foreign languages, Michael.
This isn't even what I said, but the translation is funnier. Playing my new hit game, Fable of the Horror Idiot.
I gotta get up at like 6, dude.
Too bad. Keep playing Legend of Rich Man. Yeah, look who will be talking in 35 years. Were you down on your luck? And I make you a retirement plan.
Man, I got
in
passive
45
income,
minutes.
man. Passive income. Passive income.
Yeah, all your passive
No, you
income
don't.
stuck in Blockbuster stocks.
Dude, Blockbuster to the moon.
This is how Jeff Bezos made his fortune. This is why he's a legendary rich man. Reasonable idiot got a payout for the first time. He immediately gave it away.
What if the legend of the rich man is actually how the rich man became the poor man? Then I'd be.
What if it's about the rich man? Like, what if that like it's actually a
I
poor
hate
man, but
you
it's
so
like
much,
a person,
Johnny. I hate you
a
so
person
much.
learning about like it. They like learn like the true value of like friendship or something.
No,
I
but
was
like,
about
what
to say that. I was about to
I'm-
say, what if the rich man is the friends he made along the way?
Yeah, exactly. That's like, it's just like that. It's like that life lesson. It's like stupid. Yeah,
Jesus, oh my god, look at Johnny. Oh my.
Look at Johnny, man. So I'm telling you, passive income.
Hey, where is the dice going?
It's still on the screen for us.
Did you not see it just lift up into the air? It's still going.
I
did
didn't.
not.
I didn't see that.
I did not see that.
Okay, it's back. It just kind of kept going into the air for a while, though. Can I use any of these cards? Do that.
What the
Ew.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Ain't
Ain't
no
no.
way! You just did that.
Oh my god.
That is literally robbery.
It's the legendary rich man.
Alright, you can't upgrade your house anymore.
You cannot. I've worked so hard.
Oh my. Oh my
How
god.
much I sacrificed.
Yeah. Was that like the divorce card? What was that?
This is like literally what happened to Jeff Bezos.
Yeah,
Control C.
Jeff Bezos divorce. Oh,
Jesus
Johnny's getting his money back. Somebody steal it again.
Okay, I just sent both of us to jail, Ethan.
Cool. God, I really don't want to keep doing this. Can someone just win already?
Johnny was going to until you divorced him. Why did Johnny just teleport backwards and the turn's over?
Dude, I can't. Is your guys' game frozen?
I
Yup.
think so.
Yeah, I think the game's broken.
Dude, I swear to God, if this is how the game ends.
The game said that's over. Johnny's the rich man and he goes to jail. That's the ending of the story. Johnny becomes so rich that he gets arrested on tax fraud.
So I saved the most interesting one for last because I want to reward my most loyal viewers like you. Speaking of which, if you're loyal, you should like and subscribe. Wink, wink. So this game is Fadeout Underground. This game says it's inspired by older games like Quake and TF2, but honestly the best way to describe it is third-person furry Overwatch. You choose a character that has their own unique niche, like Sniper or Melee or SMG or whatever, but There's a good amount of variety in the game. And the map I ended up playing on for a majority of the time was like similar to something like 2-4 from TF2, where you have 2 bases and you have to go kill each other in the bases and stuff. And there wasn't really much of an objective other than like a capture the flag mode that I'll show a little bit later. As you can tell, this game is kind of graphically jank, but gameplay wise, it's surprisingly solid, honestly. Like, it surprised me. For a game with this low of a player count and dev resources, it was honestly pretty fun. The gunplay's pretty solid, you know, the movement's pretty cool, you know, obviously, you know, the art and character design's probably gonna be good. Not to mention, I guess as like a side point, the devs are kind of cool too. One time I did like a game night that they hosted, and they gave me like the cosmetic pass for free before it was free for everybody, just for showing up and playing, which was really nice. But yeah, the game night had that capture the flag game mode with an honestly more fun map than the 2-4-1 we had, but we went back to that, and you know, it's still pretty fun, and especially when you can get players on the play, it's an enjoyable experience. Throughout the most of it, I tended to gravitate towards this like sniper lizard guy, you know, because I like sniping. I like using snipers in games, so I found that pretty fun, especially with how big the hitboxes were. And out of all these games I showed today, this one's actually good. And you should play it with some friends, or, you know, like a game night that they host or something. Kind of like an outside of the game addendum. When I recorded this back in 2021, the support for the game was basically over, unfortunately, due to kind of the lack of success of the game and lack of resources they had. But it seems like they kind of picked it back up and went for a 1.0 release that's basically out and feature complete. And actually added a good bit to it and are still updating it every few months, which is really nice. There was even an update back in July that added a new map and a tutorial mode. Not to mention there's also PvE and bot support now. So even with like a little players or just by yourself, you can still enjoy the game a little bit. So what did we learn from playing all these games? I don't know, not much. It was just an interesting experience. I like playing these little games. They bring me joy to find some of these like games that you've probably never heard of in your life. Just maybe being one of maybe a dozen people who have figured out that this game even exists on Steam. But I appreciate you doing the same for my video. If you can like and subscribe, maybe even hit that notification bell, it would be much appreciated. And like I mentioned earlier, I have a Discord. We do game nights in it every Friday. And sometimes we play games like this. We just did that last week. And I think if you show up and you're interested in this kind of stuff, you'll enjoy it. You know, I gotta plug my Patreon and YouTube members. Thank you to Bungus, Mr. Bunguside, Slack, and Master Necro. Shout out you goats, you're always supporting. And if you want to be on that list, and I'll shout you out every video, link in the description or hit the join button. I'm Chaos for real. And honestly, the real strange game is the game of life. Much to think about. Share and like for 1 million year of luck.